Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Hey guys, welcome to the 6th set between SKT and OGN. It's going to be the 2v2. I'm horrible at getting these positions because I never look. I can never get it down. So Rumble and Dr. K. Rumble and Dr. K.
That's Bull T.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, obviously Bull T in orange and purple. Sweet, they're pausing it for a second. So orange and purple, and we'll actually get the map position. So that's not orange or purple. So that's obviously yellow on section right there. And my streams, are you guys getting a little bit of stream issues? And there's the purple Protoss.
No, I'm still going.
Yeah, it looks like we've got so our orange and purple are SKT1. Purple Protoss would be Bull T or Dr. K. Is that Dr. Klazard? I don't know. Maybe it's a homage. But we've got Arnc up at the. So it looks like the positions are fairly decent. I think we've got OGN at the top of the map. We've got Zeus in teal. We've got Arnc in brown. Zeus in teal at the 12 o'clock position. Arnc in brown at the 2 o'clock position. And we've got orange at the 5:30, 6 o'clock position, which is Rumble. And we've got Dr. K, Bull T, at the 8 o'clock position playing Protoss. So Bull T, sorry, in purple. It looks like Bull T is starting up his gateway. It'll be interesting to see what sort of strategies we go for. I honestly expect OGN to have the more fancy strats, but it'll be interesting to say the least.
And now we can see that SKT, Bull T, moving, or Dr. K. That's, oh boy, that's so funny, Dr. K. I'm just now thinking of the Mario song, you know, for Dr. Mario. Anyways, so now Bull T is sending out his probe to scout to the top left-hand corner, just going to try to get an update on what Zeus is up to. And of course, both Zerg overlords are inside the other Zerg bases. Probes kissing as they pass each other there across the map. And now both players going for the double gateways. And so nothing looks like nothing too cute going on for either team right now. They're just going to go ahead, mass up forces, and I think really it's just going to come down to oh wow. So second hatchery already going down for Zeus and also for Rumble. So both Zerg players completely mirror each other. Sometimes you can see a little bit of a difference in the Zerg player. Sometimes one Zerg player will go for the one hatch extractor to get the Zergling speed, while the other Zerg player goes for the two hatch right off the bat. But it looks like both Zergs looking to play a slightly longer macro game. They're not going to get out those Zerglings as many Zerglings as quickly in the early game, since they got that second hatchery so quickly. But in a little while, they're just going to have tons of Zerglings all over the map because of that two hatch ability to produce all that extra larva so quickly.
And thanks, Clouser, for getting out the colors, because at the beginning of the map, I just cannot tell. I've got little blips on the screen. It's actually not full screen at all for me, and at full screen it gets really pixelated, so I like keeping it the smaller, pseudo-higher resolution, but then it makes it difficult to tell what's actually happening. There's Bunky really nervous and holding his hands. Come on, 2v2, gotta see the action. But really, in both players again marrying each other, going in a quick tech to lair. And it looks like the first test is coming to the south, so pushing in on Bull T, Dr. T, is that correct? Yes, sorry, 2v2. It's late for me now, going on Rumble actually. Pushing it to Rumble's base, and that's going to be the first test. A lot of Zerglings mingling together across the Zealots. Middle of the field looks like it's going to be, wow, seeing a seal in on the opposite end. So both players, one Zealot in position really needs to get a second Zealot in position to really help at that position. Maybe even get some other Zealots in flanking position. But it's interestingly enough, it looks like SKT going on the defense early. I think that's somewhat of a mistake. You don't want to let your opponents to have map control. You don't want to be on the defense in 2v2. And I don't feel like they have any fewer or more units here to really be getting an economic advantage out of this. It looks like both the overlords starting to push out. Lair a little bit later for OGN, but honestly I don't think it's going to be that big a difference. Spire is going down a little bit faster for Rumble there.
I thought I saw the third gateway go up for Zeus. I think Zeus Zeus has had his third gateway up much longer than Bull T has got his gateway up. Zeus now coming in with the Zealots, and Rumble having to do a little bit of defending. He's just got Zerglings. He does have the one sunken behind. He managed to pick off two of the Zealots, and that's critical. And the Zealot now coming into play and looks like Bull T's Zealot goes down. And Rumble in a little bit of trouble here because we've got Zerglings coming in to back up the Zealot, and OGN might be able to break through the front door. And OGN arc through into Rumble's base, and Rumble's in huge trouble right now because he's got the one sunken, and his teammates' defenses aren't in place. It looks like he's actually cancelled. I think he's cancelled his Spire. Could that be a Spire that he cancelled? I'm not sure what he cancelled. I think he's just about to managed to produce enough Zerglings to just about hold his defense, and reinforcements are going to arrive from Bolti to help him defend. The 5 Zealots coming in, but I'm not sure what building it was that Rumble canceled there. That's going to hurt him big time. It definitely wasn't Spire. Thank God for that. I couldn't believe he would have canceled his Spire. I think a 4th gateway almost going up for, and again, Zerglings now streaming in because Bolti's Zealots were pulled out in order to help defend his teammates, and now he's in a little bit of trouble because he's forced to pull probes off his line. He's going to lose a couple of probes here. He's managed to keep most of his probes alive, losing only 1 probe. Those Zerglings are going to get taken out, and really, SKT1 need to retake this initiative. He's got about 4 Juggles in his base. He's managed to take out most of the Zerglings, but he has lost a couple of probes in the process. But really, SKT1 need to get some sort of counter going here, and that's exactly what's going on. Rumble now going into Yellow's base, and they've got Zealots coming in as well. Yellow, though, doesn't have a Sunken. That's the key here. Arnc doesn't have a Sunken, which is what his opponent did have when he went in. Zealots now pounding away at the spawning pool. I think there needs to be a little bit more coordination. More Zealots coming in. We've got about 5 Zealots from Purple inside his base. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, looks like Bolti is holding off his opponent's Dragoons, and if that spawning pool goes down, that's going to be huge. I think we might have seen another. Meanwhile, looks like Mutalisks are out, and I think those are actually Arnc's Mutalisks that are out against. Actually, no, sorry, they're not Arnc's Mutalisks. No, they're actually Rumble's Mutalisks against the Dragoons. They're Rumble's Mutalisks. So there's just complete chaos and fighting all over the map. But I do think that spawning pool just about survived, and that might help Musha. Meanwhile, Scourge is taking out masses of Mutalisks, and Arnc's got his Scourges out as well, but losing the Sunken in his base.
Oh my goodness, and it looks like Rumble almost taking out the spawning pool there. He almost gets that spawning pool with just 1 Zergling. And the Zealots actually take out the Spire. They took down Arnc's Spire. Those 3 Zealots of Boltis just hanging in there as long as they could. Took down Arnc's Spire. Now they're going for the spawning pool. And so now Arnc is going to lose all offensive capability. He is down. Oh, no, he's not taking out the spawning pool. He's trying to go for jump kills. I really think he should finish out that spawning pool and completely shut down Arnc's ability to have produce any kind of attacking units. But it looks like he wants to try to shut down the economy instead. I think that's kind of a mistake. He should have finished out that spawning pool, but now it looks like Rumble kind of in a bit of a trouble because you can see OGN Zeus inside of Rumble's base, kind of harassing there a little bit earlier, and also trying to take down Overlords as well, trying to limit Rumble's Mutalisks production, trying to limit production overall. And now you can see that Bolti trying to come in, trying to flank, coming in, and also you can see Rumble coming in with Mutalisks, and now they're going to be able to take down all of Zeus's Dragoons, and that's really going to hurt Zeus. Now Zeus is going to have to start all over with his Dragoon production as an anti-air deterrent to Rumble's Mutalisks. And now I think Rumble, what he's going to do here, he's probably going to counter with his Mutalisks right to Arnc's base, and that's exactly where they're going. Those Mutalisks are going to go ahead and right towards Arnc's base, and now Arnc just trying to counterattack Bolti with 1 Mutalisk. Not really going to do too much damage. I think Bolti's just going to wait for reinforcements to come out to take care of that one. You're going to actually 1 Scourge. You're going to come over from from Rumble to take down that Arnc's Mutalisk. And now Rumble all inside Arnc's space, just killing drones everywhere. There's nothing that Arnc can do. He's trying to produce Scourge to take out those Mutalisks, but Rumble has his own Scourge above those Mutalisks. And actually, no, wait, those were Zerglings popping. I'm sorry, I forgot oh crap, I'm totally mixed up on names. Arnc lost his Spire, and now Bolti just pushing up with his Dragoons, and boy, this is not looking good for OGN here.
Wow, the unbelievable is happening. It looks like SKT is just wow, got an early lead, early push, and really when they were having that defensive stance, when it looked like Rumble was in trouble early, I thought that was going to be it. I thought that was going to be game, but right now in a very strong position, Dragoon's now pushing in. It looks like there are a couple Zerglings managed to get inside of inside of Bolti's base. He's not going to be able to really do anything there. Zeus has just got a skeleton crew of units across the field, and basically the key here is that Yellow's completely out of the game. When you lose your Zerg ally, and your Zerg ally is minimized, that is essentially it. Now the Mutalisks pushing in. There's no defense. No defense inside Zeus's base, and I think that's going to be it for Zeus's economy. In the meantime, some Zerglings mixing it up inside of Rumble's base, but honestly, I don't think that's going to make much of a difference. Not when both economies have been shattered, basically, in the meantime. Reinforcements momentarily coming up, and they're going to be able to take care of it. Now that Dragoon's trying to push up, that's going to open up the front door. Dragoons are going to be able to get up that ramp, and there's GG. Wow, going to an ace match. Wow. SKT's 2v2 is freaking out. Awesome.
모든 예측이 다 저주가 돼버렸어요.